now starting on the floor, and it is not coming out. Those screws will not come out of those cross beams. So we'll have to get them all out.
You're gonna have to take a grinder with a cutoff wheel on it and cut off all those screws that are sticking up that came through the wood.
Do know one thing, that was a good investment. Those things that goes between the wheels. That's like the emergency brake. That thing doesn't move around at all hardly when you have those on both sides. We're going to continue working on this floor and we'll get back with you later. Okay, that's more of the floor. Just got one little piece up there in the nose. And then we got to work to get all these screws that we had to pull through the wood because none of them will come out. We got to work to get those out. And then it's a bunch of sanding, wire brushing, treating the metal, and then painting it to seal it up. All these like inner fenders. That one's not too bad. This one over here is pretty bad. But just a whole lot of work. We'll get it done. Well, here's the floor up. Could not get hardly any of the screws up out of the metal. I had to grind them off with a grinder. We tried 5 grips, everything. They just break off or not move at all. So we had to grind a lot of them out. The next step, I guess, is to start cleaning the rust, grinding, wire wheel, whatever it takes to clean it. And we start treating it and painting it. We'll start that stuff tomorrow probably.
As you'll see in the next video, we decided we would try to pressure wash and stuff to clean some of this off. It's too hard to scrape it off and brush it off, so you'll see that in the next video.
Well, pressure wash the whole inside and outside to try to clean it up a little bit. Started sanding the surface rust off. You can see down there in the nose, in the V, and painted it with some paint that's supposed to block any rust or anything. So got all that painted up there, and then we got to continue. It's going to be a slow go with all that, and then we're going to do the floor underneath it. May have to replace some of the steel panels over there because it's got some damage. And then there's a place over here that's got some also down through there. And there's some damage down in there that's pretty significant. So that's what we're working on now, is getting this all kind of wire brushed and sanded down and ground down and cleaned up where we can treat it and paint it. Now we're finished. Finished with the painting part of it. Got a few little pieces to go. Got the first piece of 3/4 inch marine plywood painted and put in there. Got the new pigtail put on it. To plug it into the truck. Got the ramp door on the back. It's framed in and built. It's bolted. The hinges are on it. It's hinging like it's supposed to. So all that's done. Now I gotta put the plywood on it, put the metal on the outside of it, put the locks and the latches, and the door will be completely done. But next, we're gonna continue putting the floor down. And when we get done with that, we'll start on the walls. And then we'll do the ceiling. Well, we'll insulate it first. Put the floors down, insulate the walls, and then start putting the plywood on there.
You can see the 2x4s going up. In each end of the 2x4s, I installed 2 5-inch bolts to hold them together. I then put those square plates on there that you use to build trusses to hold it together. I also bolted a 1.5-inch by 2-inch steel tube to the bottom of the door and welded it to the hinges to hold it together. That's all for this video. On the next video, we'll put the plywood on it and work on the cables to help the door up and down. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Keep moving forward.